Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Nico here, and this is another episode of Road to Top 100. Should I say Road to Top 30 now, because Top 100 we already made it, obviously. Let's have a look. Treachery, amazing. Imperial Spy, not too bad as well. Freighter Fleet, we have a couple of good low-cost cards, so that would call maybe for Armand here. Minimic Film, Holtzman Engine, good text as well. I feel like could be an Armand game. Could be Lito, Yuna. Those are part of my three favorite with Baron. Those are definitely my big four. So yeah, let's go for Armand. Feels like it's been a while. It's just because I played twice with Baron in a row now, and before that. Maybe before that it was Armand, or was it Lito? Yeah, anyways. When they're available, I'll probably go for one of the four by default, because we try to be competitive here and aim for the best possible outcome, and obviously that goes through choosing the leaders that we feel most comfortable with. Let's see if we can break that curse of not having the signet ring with Armand first thing. So let's see what our hand looks like. I wouldn't be surprised if we continue that streak of not having our signet ring in our first hand. And that's exactly what happens, and it's even worse than that. It's like no faction access, no city access. That looks horrible, to be fair. At some point they just try to troll us into getting the worst possible hand. It's not possible. What is this? It's a joke. Should just go for tech negotiation, maybe, to be honest. Minimic Film wouldn't hurt, but for that we would need to first pick up one spice. We could do that, to be fair. Thing is, I'm a bit scared that someone else goes to tech negotiation first. But I think it could be a gain, because getting the spice and then going to tech negotiation, if we can pick up Minimic Film, well, it's already done and dusted because Yuna goes there first, so yeah. We don't have much to do then, in that case. It's just about getting one spice here, sending two troops in, because we will try to fight for it with two daggers here. Maybe we can get something out of it, and by something I mean a victory point, because water could be nice, don't get me wrong, but for two troops might be a bit expensive. But we are aiming for the win here. That looks like Handro willing to get an early Swordmaster, but he probably won't get it that quickly, because smuggling definitely not be accessible to him as fourth player next round. Oh, but wait, I'm just forgetting his Signet ability, and he did not play Signet, so he probably keeps it for next round. So yeah, he definitely is actually the one player that can afford not getting smuggling 2 times in a row and still get an early Swordmaster. It looks very good for us, actually. This looks like we might get... Oh, wait. Do we actually want to send our second? Get some extra spice out of that water, or do we early reveal? For what, one might ask. Then again, we would only have 2 persuasion, and here we have some nice things for 2 persuasion, and probably both will be gone by the time it comes back to us. Then again, revealing early for that does not feel great, so maybe we go for a bit of extra spice. Would actually, yeah, I don't mind that. It brings us closer to a Holtzman engine. If we can get a mimic film on the way as well, sounds great. We don't need the last troop. I almost made a blunder there. But yeah, being able to get a point out of this conflict would at least make our hand feel a bit less bad here. Yeah, 0 intrigue, so that makes our victory certain. We could even have won it with 1 troop actually, funnily enough. Oh wow, that's treachery for... Oh no, opulence. Yeah, actually makes sense as well for Yuna, given her attraction to Solari. So we get to trash a dagger, which is also a bit of a consolation prize, and yeah, liaison, a bit of persuasion never hurts. I have a bit tired eyes because it's been a lot of games in a row today for me, but I mean I enjoyed that much, so that's why I'm there doing that. But yeah, so if you see me like squinting my eyes a bit or touching them, that's just because I try to make them a bit wetter and cope with that. But it's definitely worth it. I regret nothing. Yeah, let's see what we do here. I wouldn't mind going for the Minivic film if it's still there. Could be a nice synergy with the Holtzman engine as well that we hopefully can get a bit later. But let's see. Wouldn't be surprised if Yuna goes back there, although smuggling is open, so actually if smuggling is open we have to go there first thing, but wouldn't be surprised that Yuna goes there first, unless she wants to negotiate the tech that she got negotiated for before, but no, seems she indeed goes for smuggling, which makes a lot of sense, and we will then go for the minimum thing. Feel like we can make some things happen with that, and fall space here, yeah, could make sense, but that brings us to 6 for treachery as well, and I kind of wanted to make that happen. Having good cards in the deck is a strength, especially for Armand, who can trash cards and make the deck even better like that, and yeah, that's exactly what I want to try and achieve here. So early shipping is anyways probably not happening for us, given also the fact that Romber is leading the conflict here, so he probably will get that point for the end round, so we won't be able to get those two. Actually, we could get them for our round, so let's see. If it's still open, we could go there with Seek Allies now. I wouldn't mind also... no, actually we won't use Reconnaissance. Yeah, we will use Seek Allies for sure, but maybe we go with the troop. I mean, we go to Still Suit, send in a troop for a second water. That could bring us to Great Flat, and then that would be enough for Holtzman engine. Could be something I wouldn't mind doing here. Let's see what Yuna does. I mean, it's basically fall space over Still Suits, but I think I favor Still Suits at this point if open. Means we won't be able to trash a card this round, but it's okay. We will definitely try and get an early Soulmaster as well. I mean, early would be now, but a Soulmaster as early as possible, should I say. But I feel like the Holtzman engine might have a bit more value to it right there. I would really like to get that going, and for that we need to water and the Great Flat. Oh, change of mind. Ah, she does. Still suits, so I guess it will be force space for us here. Early Dreadnought, maybe not. Interesting. That's the early Swordmaster for Andro. Oh, if they draw here, that would be ideal, if they tie. Let's see what Yuna reveals. She probably has a dagger in hand. Yeah, seems like it. Romber buying the Smuggler Thopter, quite confident on winning it. Maybe he's got a combat card here. Because otherwise, I mean, he might still be far from it, given he'll be lost playing now. He might not be able to get that anytime soon, if not with this conflict. So let's see. Sayadina, quite a nice one as well to have, but to be honest, I would favor treachery here as Armand. Given we don't usually... Oh, Firm Grip would also be nice one. But anything that provides double influence gains overall is quite valuable, and especially to leaders like Armand or Beast that are not necessarily really focused on faction influence. So what does Andro do here? Early review. I missed what he reviewed though. Alright, yeah. Couldn't play the dagger and was quite interested in Sayadina, I expect, so that makes a lot of sense. I would agree with that play. A bit sad that Still Suits was taken, because this would have given us 2 water most likely. Had Yuna gone to home space, we would have had the water from Still Suits plus that water, and that would obviously be a pile of spies for us there. And then a Holtzman. Now, that might have quite some implications, because we will struggle a bit more to get to the Holtzman engine. Let's see what we can do for that. Alright, so no early shipping for Romber, and he picked up that Smuggler Thopter, maybe for nothing. Let's see. Alright. Quite some faction accesses. We might just play... Oh, kinda wanted that, but yeah, obviously not available anymore. I don't think we necessarily want to play it now. It has a nice reveal, so, or unload effect should I rather say, which we could use by itself, or we decide to already unlock Siege Tab with it, which we could do as well. We can't pick up any spies, we can't go to smuggling, so these are gone. I might just fight for that, to be honest. Let's go for diplomacy first, and then we might go to hardy warriors if it seems to be a bit busy in here. Yeah, let's already send it in, because with the sister and the dagger it might be enough if no one else goes too hard in it, but I would expect people to be quite interested in that reward. But we could make something happen. Treachery to hardy warriors would mean we could send in 4 troops in, and that is most likely gonna be a win, given our 2 other cards here. Let's see. Great Fat gets picked up. That would be enough for tech negotiation to Holtzman engine. So that's obviously not something I wish to my opponents, but it's good to keep in mind. So yeah, anyways, we were not in a position to get any spies this round, so we will need to postpone that, let's say, to a later stage and see if we can make it happen in the future, or if by then Romber or if someone else picks it up. When did I say we didn't? Did I not see it? I said we couldn't pick spies or go to smuggling, but we have a Dune here. What did I smoke? Okay. Yeah. Why? How come I didn't see it? And that's not very reassuring for the rest of the game. But yeah, let's try to focus a bit more then. And I think treachery to hardy warriors makes a lot of sense, because then we could go once to still suits at some point in the future and get 2 water out of it, and hopefully an alliance as well. So I quite like that play here. And winning that conflict would also give us shipping access. So next round would give us almost enough for a Soulmaster, which is obviously not good enough, but we will still try to make it happen that way. We can go up to 13, so I think that should safely be enough. Let's see, Andrew has 2 agents, but even going to Carthage, he can't go to Siege Tab, so I see him going in with a maximum of 8, 10 if he can, but even there, probably our daggers here are enough. Unless he picks up an ambush or something, obviously the combat card wouldn't help us much here. Let's see what he does here. If he sent it in, it's a strong indication he can do something about it. He does send it in. But yeah, that just means we will use it as a sword and not buy an Arrakis liaison out of it. Oh, we could actually go for a firm grip thanks to the sister, because we have 4 right there, but I prefer aiming for first place here. Getting that shipping next round could be quite valuable to us. She can make the opulence happen here. Thing is, for I was about to call her Ariana. For Yuna, it's a bit cannibalizing her signet ability, because obviously the signet ability needs 7 Solari, so she will constantly need extra Solari from here. But hopefully by the... Yeah, actually no, if Andor wins she would still have an access there next round, but hopefully she won't, because that means we want that conflict, and obviously we want we want that to happen. Let's put it that way. Do we take a Protectiva? We have only one Bene Gesserit, right? The one we've just played. So maybe we don't. Probably we don't. Oh wait, I could have bought a liaison actually. I don't know what's happening with me. I need to take a bit more time in making my decision, because here again, it's a bit of a blunder. I should have bought a liaison. Of course, I revealed the Dune and I have the Minimic. So that should have been a liaison. Okay. Let's see what Andrew does with his last agent, but I don't see him recruiting any more troops here, or at least I wouldn't see how. Alright, tech negotiation. He can't pick up anything, so it's literally for probably a firm grip. And he gave up a sword on reveal for that, so yeah, it's probably a firm grip, but it seems to be snatched right before him. But I mean, Freeman Camp is not the worst neither, so you can always see that. Okay, yeah, I probably wanted a negotiator making something out of his last agent, not early revealing, because otherwise... Oh right, yeah, Guild Bankers is a nice one. I was about to say otherwise his 5 persuasion does not change much from his 4, but he got something out of it. Can Hundra do something about us winning here? I strongly hope not. Does he retreat? Alright, amazing. I was a bit scared that he had 2 combat cards, because that could obviously have cost us the win here. But it's not the case, so yeah, we'll feel quite good to be winning that one. Getting spacing the friendship here. Getting 2 win-3 cards, tiebreaker not too bad. Poison Snooper, not the worst, but also not too bad. Thinking twice about my decisions now before doing anything, because I already made 2 kind of weird plays. So quite like that spice, to be honest, but probably not more than shipping. That Holtzman engine. Yeah, let's do shipping and not recall here, because anyways we won't have enough, and Romber will get his Swordmaster no matter what. So we do a double advance here. Again, there's not much I absolutely need to trash from this hand. I mean, I wouldn't mind trashing Reconnaissance, but it's not like absolutely essential. So maybe we do 4 space 2 still suits for 2 water, but okay, so that's out of question. So we don't. Then, I mean, let's hope Imperial Basin is open. That could help us. Although using 4 space for that hurts a bit. Getting 3 spies for nothing would still be very much worth it for us. Could also use... No, I was about to say use Poison Snooper to try and not use the full space for a yellow access and rather have the signaturing, but I'm not sure it's really worth it. I think we could use Poison Snooper for something better, like getting a Spice Must Throw. Could actually get one this round. Oh, and the Holtzman engine is gone. Yeah, that hurts, but was quite expected. Oh, memo quarters though. Not sure how valuable it is for us because we are quite far from triggering it, but it could still be a useful one, but not a priority. We won't go out of our way for that. So I was saying we could get a spice must flow by snooping and then playing false base. Would give us 3 persuasion, and that's just enough. I think it could be worth doing, to be honest. Are we still gonna pick up that spice though? 5 spice gets us a bit closer to a flagship maybe. Is there something we want to trash out of here? Not really, but reconnaissance could be trashable, so maybe we play false base to something non-faction related. Ah, we actually have 2 Solari, so we could go for Menta. I don't mind that. Let's go have a look at what we draw here. Let's maybe play false base to Menta. Hurts a bit. I would have preferred having the signaturing. Alright, yeah, diplomacy is good to draw here. Then we can play diplomacy. Because yeah, I was about to say I was hoping to draw signaturing instead of the liaison, to go signaturing to Menta, and then be able to play false base to a faction access. But now that we have diplomacy, it kind of comes up to the same. It just obviously false base is a one-time use, so we still kind of wasted it on non-faction here, but that's what was needed to still allow ourselves to get a spice must flow, so it's not the worst. What are we doing with diplomacy? We might go for some wealth, to be honest. Or should we go for false base? No, we already have this alliance on the way. I don't feel like we can defend both, so let's maybe not. Should we go for? Yeah, I feel like wealth could be worth it, because then the smuggling to recall would be enough for a swordmaster. Can we get that done potentially next round? We could if smuggling is open. So yes, let's make that possible. Could also actually also do false base and by recalling get the bump here. That gives us 3 Solari, but then would we be in a position to go also get Fremen? I'm not sure. Should we try? Actually, I don't mind maybe trying, because it gives us a false base card, and I quite prefer a false base over 2 Solari right now. So let's try it that way. Yeah, we really need to hope for an open smuggling next round, which could happen, to be fair, because they're just at this level. Well, actually, Yuna is very Solari hungry, so even if she can't use shipping, she might just use smuggling to recall and get 8 Solari out of it. Although she probably triggers the whole thing right now, so maybe not. Maybe the shadow is acquired for sure. So it is reconnaissance here. Spice must flow. An early one, round 4. It's Yeah, sometimes a bit too early, but to be honest, when you see a situation where you get to 9 persuasion, usually you just need to go for it. Unless you see a Kwisatz Haderach or Charm Directorship, which can be more helpful early game. But yeah, it sucks a bit to clog your deck with it, but it is just what it is. Memo Corder could actually also help us bring that down the line for 3 Solari. Let's see next round what we see. Oh, Andro. Did he play intrigue card for that? Rapid mobilization to deploy 2 troops. Maybe a bit of an overkill, but I guess he really wanted those shipping actions for himself. So now that's also a strong incentive for Handro to use smuggling, because he can't go to shipping, so I'm a bit less confident on actually getting it. Well, actually if he wins the conflict then he probably goes up and down, and he probably takes a memo corridor. Well, if that's the case, a bit. Or he could actually even go for a flagship if he takes a spice. So let's see. Does Yuna have anything to fight that outcome? She does. Let's see if Handro has something to retaliate. He does not. Alright. Should probably be a recall here, especially as Yuna, you kind of want as much Solari as you can, so need to recall it when you can. Although it is worth less for her obviously, because it's not her turn, so she does not get as much Solari out of it, but still. It is important for her, especially with opulence as well. Let's see, is it back in her deck? No, but she will get it back now in her deck. Yeah, let's hope she does not get it too early, because those points are obviously dangerous for all of her opponents, including us. So now we definitely see you, Dune, and we will use it to smuggling if that remains open for us, although Andrew might just need to do it now, to be honest. Okay, smuggling is gone. Shipping will probably be taken by Yuna, I would assume. Then, let's see. Memo Corridor and Steel Suits could be good plays. So dagger to tech negotiation. Oh yeah, he can actually show his Signet ability, so that's probably the Memo Corridor gone. Yes. And yeah, that's a nice play from him. He can get directly the friendship here, thanks to the bump and to the Memo Corridor. Very nice. So probably going for a High Council seat, I would assume. And going for the alliance directly. Not too bad. Yeah, shipping as expected. Not sure what there is to think there for her. Yeah. I think here we take the double water. What actually popped up instead? Shuttle fleet. Yeah, maybe not the worst for a double bump. Maybe to get that alliance and to get closer to the Emperor friendship could be a play. Let's take the German alliance for a start. Gets to water, and we could get a great flat if we feel like it. Just not a big fan of not being able to recall my freighter here, obviously, because that delays our Swordmaster by that much, but it's a bit our mistake to go up here and be a bit greedy about it, hoping that others would maybe not go for systematic shipping plays, but seems our hopes were vain there, because everyone spams it as much as they can. Yeah, I quite like picking up that spice, I assume. Although those two water could be very helpful in securing a research station sometime soon, I would expect, like with the signatory, for instance. And that could mean a point, so maybe we should keep those. But then what do we do instead? I would have maybe gone to secrets instead, getting that influence a bit started, but now, while we could spend 2 spies here instead, or do I really want a shuttle fleet? I'm not sure. What else is there? Yeah, all of it too expensive. Maybe we just send the sister to selective reading. Thing is, we might draw cards that we want to play next, especially signaturing and foil space are ones that I don't really want to draw now. But we might just need to take that risk to get that influence going as well. Yeah, let's do it. And we can trash out of our hand, to be honest. The dagger is useless here. So let's just do that. Actually, not too bad if Liet kind is there by the time we reveal, because yeah, now it gives us enough for Liet, so let's see if we can get there. And good to get the Spiceman's Flow out of the way, Liaison, don't mind, so this leaves us quite a good hand. I'm happy with that. Let's hope Yuna does not get to Liet, because that would be very helpful for us, obviously. We don't have that many Fremen. We have just one liaison, I think, because we forgot to buy one at some point earlier. But still, it's useful for Freeman access in case, and for the bump with the Emperor, but it seems she also takes that from us. This round she take everything shipping we wanted, but that was quite obvious one. But then secrets, not that obvious, idiot kinds. An obvious one if she had enough persuasion, but that was not a given, but it seems she did have it. Yeah, so I guess the Reverend Mother is not the worst here, with the little trash ability, the Freeman Bond. Maybe we take the Missionaire Protective at this stage, because our deck is quite thin and we have now 2 Bene Gesserits. I think we should be trying that, but do we take 2? Probably not. Oh, shifting allegiances, that's dangerous for us, especially because we have a pending alliance here and one here that is not like perfectly defended neither, and here, okay, Sandro is quite close there and will fight for that point. But we should be first in deciding if, or hopefully fighting for that. We just need one of those shipping accesses, which I hope will be the case. Or actually we have a full space, so we could also just go to full space, but that wouldn't be ideal because we want our Swordmaster, and for that we need the 5 Solari from here, and the bump that gives us 3 Solari here would be ideal. A spice must flow there. I'm not a big fan of not having anything, like no High Council, no Swordmaster. Looks a bit weak in our setup, although we are leading in terms of points together with Yuna. I'm not really reassured that can be quickly caught up. What is good is that Romber does not have shipping access, so that means he can't interfere with the shipping obsession of Yuna, let's say. So she probably will go to interstellar shipping, and we just have to hope that Romber does not really see value in getting one up here with smuggling, which I hope is the case, so that we can get to smuggling. The Siege Reverend Mother could give us some nice faction accesses, but we have them also with full space. So let's see. Yeah, nothing we can get there. So anyways, we would recall and not go through the deck tile, the deck part of the track, let's say. So what does Romber do? Great flat, yeah. I mean, that's a good call, to be honest, picking up that much spice before round 7, where Highlander can become game-changing. It is also a good call, to be fair. Oh, one shot of fleet. It's a nice one for him, gives him 2 points there. Interesting, he's not taking the Fremen point. Which makes sense, actually. Because usually those are combat spaces, so you don't mind visiting them. Whereas Bene Gesserit Spacing Guild are a bit less interactive, let's say. Yeah, so we probably play Signet Ring. Can take the Gene Manipulation. Then we will probably need to play full space if Swordmaster is on, but I'm not sure how interested she is by the Swordmaster, to be honest. Let's play Signature. Who picked up the shifting allegiances? I hope it was not Handro. I think it was Romber, but I'm not sure anymore. Oh, it was Handro. That's not great. He could steal that one from us. Does he already have it in his? No, okay, it's in his discard, but we really need to pay attention to that. It is a problem for sure. But it's the only one he's close to, so we could go 4 space to 4 space to secure it a bit better. And we probably would need to do it this round, because we have diplomacy for it as well, potentially. Let's take the manipulation. Another Bene Gesserit, another 2 persuasion card, so we like that. Our 2 water could be useful for a research station, but we obviously first would want Swordmaster, and if we don't pick up a city access then we won't get there, but the Protectiva, no, we can't play it. Unless we play the Reverend Mother first, but that's not really in the plans. She does take her Swordmaster. Okay. What are we doing? Are we reaching for a Spice Must Flow? Because we draw 4 cards with this. If we get a Freeman, it's basically already there, because then we would have the Freeman bond. Or do we want to protect the alliance here? I feel like that's a bit too slow and a low immediate value, let's say, but obviously if he steals it from us at a later stage, which could very well happen, would hurt that much more as well. But yeah, no, I feel like research station has a higher upside, so let's do that. Do we really need to hope for it? Oh, that's not a great start. Yes, oof. I was a bit scared there, because it could have very well happened that we don't get there. And we have diplomacy in our hand, so that's great actually. I mean in our deck, so we don't get it out now. Do we go for something here? No. The alliance for her. Yeah, good from us, I think, not to commit anything, because two Solar is not that useful for us right now. We have 11 of those. We might not even go for a Swordmaster at this stage, to be honest. Maybe a High Council seat will make more sense. What do we want to trash here? Is it the Protectiva? Are we giving up on that? I feel like we might not, because we have a couple of Bene Gesserits now, and having a bit of influence could help us actually. An influence boost could help us, so maybe it's a Dune the Desert Planet. Spice Must Flow, I feel like we need to keep just in case we get a corner of the market, or to counter a corner of the market from anyone else. We would want to make sure nobody has more than us, so let's maybe keep it. We will buy another one right now actually, so if we count on the fact that we buy a third one afterwards, we could trash that one, but I feel like it's a bit of a stretch, so let's trash the Dune the Desert Planet here. Take a Spice Must Flow. Maybe we take a Protectiva again. Let's do it. Let's go crazy. Oh, in the shadows could also help us. for a reveal. I mean, it's a bit counterproductive when it comes to Spiceman's Flow, but it gives us a point by just revealing it potentially. Or by trashing it, but it won't stay in our discard actually. It will come directly in our deck next round, so let's see what we pick up. We have now a lot of Bene Gesserit, so I hope we get some influence out of those while still being able to participate in the conflict. Although I would expect Yuna to dominate the next conflict, except if Andrew has Heyliner access, obviously. But it does not look too bad, having 8 points here. Our prospects are not ideal, because obviously we're not really ready for round 7 here. We're a bit weak, we have no Stormmaster, no High Council, no real Garrison, although not the worst, but far from the best. And yeah, Yuna is at 8 now, with Opulence as well. So, not ideal, but we are still fighting, keeping our own Raiden there. Let's just hope the 2 last cards we pick up are not like inactionable ones, because if it's Convincing Arguments or Spiceman's Flow, well, it's not too restricted here, but it's still not ideal. Alright, so now Handro has... Well, he's got a lot of cards, so... Let's see, but technically he will be in a position to potentially steal the alliance. $14 cards here, so he's gonna draw 4 out of those 14, given he still had 1 card in his deck. Yeah, there's still a bit less than 1 in 3 chance for him to have Spiceman's Flow, which is not nothing. But yeah, it would slow us down quite a bit if we have to go defend it now. It would be a bit of a bummer, to be honest. I'm not sure I'm really willing to do that here. Yeah, let's defend it a different way. Yeah, we will try it differently. Feel like we could go for a Bene Gesserit sister to maybe Selective Breeding, trashing it itself, to draw 2 cards, hopefully a Fremen out of it. I mean, there's only 1, so quite unlikely, but it would be great to be able to trigger the Fremen bond here, have a bit more persuasion, closer to 9. Then we could play the Protectiva for that little bump here. But that means, yeah, he's at least at 0 spice here. How come he had 6 before? Did I miss something? Oh yeah, he bought Flagship. So that's actually not too bad. Although he could just go to any of the spice places actually for himself to action the shifting allegiance at the same time. But I feel like we need to take a risk. Going to full space is a bit too slow here. Does that mean it's a plans within plans behind there? Or does she also have something that could hurt us in terms of double influence games? Liat kinds. In the shadows could allow her potentially to gain 1 influence, so it's not really a double one. No. Does not really seem like it. Okay. Yeah, so let's do the Bene Gesserit to Selective Breeding play. In the shadows. Now we might be greedy, because in the shadows and Missionara Protectiva would allow us to get that point actually. So we might just give up on that, to be honest. And I mean, not give up, but really hope that shifting allegiance play that he could do is not a steal from us. But yeah, let's see. Oh, but wait, we don't have... we could, yeah, in the shadows could be played. I can't see it, but that puts us to 8. And then we actually anyways need to discard a card for a bump. So we don't get... but Missiona Protectiva to Arakin could... No, it would best case put us at 8 again, because we need to discard a card within the shadows. It does not work yet. Interesting. Not really reassured by that, because he gets closer as well to victory, potentially. Let's see. No one has Chumrak here, right? So our tiebreaker, we might just need to keep it and not play it as a combat unless we really see a possibility, but quite unlikely given we need to spend another agent on a non-combat space to get our Soulmaster. It's probably not gonna happen. Yeah, already not gonna happen. Can't tell that much. Yeah, I really hope no one messes with our alliance there, and we should then be not too bad to at least get a 10th point. But if that will be enough is unknown. Remains to be seen. Actually, the Protectiva to Arakin, if it's still open by then, if it gives us a Fremen, then we would get jackpot. But it's very unlikely. We only have one Fremen out of those 7 cards, so probably not happening. So now it's in the shadows for our Swordmaster. We send out Dune the Living Planet. We go up with the Emperor. Okay, yes, Handro has Memo Cordo, so maybe he'll be more focused. Okay, Arakin is gone, so we won't even be able to pray for the play of Protectiva to get a liaison. That would have been fun though. But let's absolutely hope that the city space remains open, otherwise our Protectiva is gone. Alright, that's good news. It means at least Kartag or Siege Tower should remain open for us. Yeah, that's probably a Spice Must Flow for Romber. He will have 2, so we're quite happy that we kept our second in the deck as well, because we're not going to be able to buy another one. Now, 2 points from Sayadina, 2 points from Opulence. The cards came in clutch for them. How did we get ours? Through the very first conflict we won, and then 2 Spice Must Flow and the rest of it. Well, 2 alliances, it's not too bad as an Armand. Yeah, 12 is not going to be beatable for us. But we have Kartag open, so we can see what that entry card brings us. And that Protectiva will have come in clutch to just snatch the last point here. Yeah, let's just jump in for maybe 3 spies. Or is it even worth it? Let's keep it in case someone steals an alliance. Might not be endgame. We have anyways the tiebreaker for 10 spies, so... I don't know. Let's send them in, I don't know. To be honest, it's probably finished more often than not. So that's not like a good enough explanation, I'm not sure, but a gut feeling is let's send them in. Yeah, I can relate when you get disconnected. Does not really happen on the laptop, on the PC, so I can understand why it's much better because I mean overall, except for the auto pass bug, which happened a couple of times for me, like usually in the end game, starts to auto pass and I don't have time to play my combat cards, which can be very frustrating. But at least it does not log you out, or kick you out of the game like it does sometimes on iPad, and that is so frustrating because then obviously AI takes over and sometimes just does complete nonsense with your cards and your intrigues and your agents, and you come back if you have the chance to come back quickly enough so that the AI does not fully take over. You see the mess and you're like, what happened there? Yeah, and then you kind of need to get going with it and change completely your plans because everything has been ruined by the AI. So I feel his comment there. Very sorry about that. I prefer playing against players who do not get their plans ruined, obviously, because otherwise the victory, if there is a victory, feels a bit less sweet. But yeah, it's unfortunately a bit part of the game. So yeah, that's another point for Rumber as well. Quite close for everyone. Let's hope Yuna is not the one winning though, because she has 3 intrigue cards here as well, so if any of those is an endgame that she can actually trigger, then she wins. What can she technically trigger? Corner of the market is worth 0, so that's not really scary. Plan within plan is worth 0. If she has a war chest, that could work. That's pretty much it actually. Oh, but is she in a position to be able to steal that alliance from us? Or, I mean, if she has a plans within plans, then taking a bomb anywhere else gives her 1 point. I know she seems to be going for it. I don't like that. Yeah, the war chest is still going, so maybe that's what it is for, if she does have a war chest. I wish I could now that anyways I cannot take it, just see if the first card is a Fremen, because that would have been insane, to be honest. But yeah, I guess now it would just add to the frustration. Let's trash this, I mean that gives us an additional little bump. Just in case, yeah, no, we won't get the card, but if we got the plants within plants, for instance, would have been worth a point here. We won't pick up anything from the Imperium row as usual, because that could uncover something dangerous. What do they have as text actually? Yeah, memo recorder, not active, right? Not active. Yeah, giving up on the memo recorder to get the point, which makes a lot of sense here. Oops, I wanted to check his many tags here. Holtzman engine actually. True, he gets another point now, so that's 8 plus Holtzman, that's 9. Yeah, so, but he doesn't have any entry cards, so no endgame. Surprise. So he should be stopping at 9 unless he wins the conflict. Oh, that's the opponent's point, so she'll be at 11 now. Yeah, GG. That's her third point with opulence. To be honest, that's the most I think I've seen from one single card. That shows how important those cards can be. It's crazy. She got so much out of it. She really played well. I did pass though. Why did it not pass this time? So yeah, we should be finishing second place, I would hope, at this stage. Because first is for Yuna, most likely. Let's see if there's any endgame to resolve. Rumber just got an entry card out of this, so let's hope that's not an endgame. Grand Conspiracy. 1-0. Yeah, so that opulence really came in clutch, otherwise we would have taken the victory. But yeah, it was a very good game. Enjoyed that one. Just a bummer to not win, but that as usual. So we gained 2 elo out of that. 2 elo, I guess I should say. That puts us to 1,588 now? 88. Not too bad. 46. How far are we from top 30? Yeah, almost 30 points. It's gonna be a lot, but 40 is a bit more achievable. That's a win and a second place away, so we will get there, I'm sure. Anyways, thank you very much everyone for following. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Really means a lot to me, and have a good one. See you soon. Bye bye.